ABC. It is Old Metal Rocker 66 with part 2 of Special Pressings. Yes, I did part 1 here probably 4 days ago. So part 2 is up, not as many, but enough. A lot of these are, like I say, they're special pressings. Some of them are legit, some of them are, like I say, special pressings. And I'm sure a lot of these you may not have seen, I should say, or maybe you have. I know some of the BC members I follow quite a bit. Some of them do have some of these albums, but a lot of these are kind of first come, first serve. If you miss out on the first batch, then you're kind of screwed for a while. A lot of these I got at Rockadrome, in fact. But anyway, let's start off with some Dio with Live in Santa Monica, 1983. This is on Room on Fire Records. It has, of course, Dio, Vivian Campbell, Jimmy Bain, Claude Schnell, and Vinny Appice on drums. So, good one here. Some new wave of British heavy metal from Diamond Head, live at the BBC, 1982. This is put out by Atos Records out of France. Limited to 500 copies. But good stuff here. Some Fleetwood Mac live at the Record Plant in Sausalito on December 15th, 1974. This is a KSAN radio broadcast. But a lot of good stuff here. This is put out by Radio Loop Loop. So I think in the part 2 of special press, or part 1 of special pressings, I had another album that was on that same label. So anyway, some Fleetwood Mac. Some Free, live in Stockholm, December 1970. This is also put out by the Atos Records label out of France. There's 3 main labels over there, I believe, I believe all 3 are from France. It's Atos, Verney, and there's one other one. I just can't think of it right offhand, but anyway, some Free. And also some more Free with In Concert 1970. Of course, I love trying to think of the guitarist now, it eludes me. Anyway, my second favorite guitarist of all time, my top is Tommy Bolin. And what the heck is his name? Gonna mess me up here if I can't think of it. Paul Kossoff. Why does that come so hard at times? Could be older age, but I don't know. Anyway, Free. In Concert 1970. This is actually on the Verney label, yeah. Out of France, so pretty much all have the same type of lettering, covers. The inner circles might be different. This one is pink, so this is a different color. But anyway, some Free. And some Genesis, live at the Rainbow, 1973. This is also on the Verney label. I wouldn't even know if you can get these anymore. You might. I'd just go over to Rockadrome, check it out, or type in Verney labels, and you might find it. Gonna have some Led Zeppelin here, live at the Whiskey A Go Go January 5th, 1969 on the Verney label. Verney is they kind of follow the regular labels they used to be on. Like this one almost looks like the old A&M label or the Atlantic label. I had one in part one that had similarities to the Christmas label in color and in how they presented Verney, like the butterfly. But anyway, and then of course Verney has a Verney swirl too. And then another Led Zeppelin here. Live at the Fillmore West, April 24th, 1969. Also on the Verney label. Some Hawkwind. Greasy Truckers Party, live at the Roundhouse, February of 1972. This is on the Atos label. Then we have Mogul Thrash, BBC Sessions and album outtakes, 1970 to 1971, Mogul Thrash. Also on the Verney label, like I say, they change a lot. But anyway, good stuff there. And then I picked up New Wave of British Heavy Metal at the BBC Friday Rock Show Radio Sessions Volume 2, 1980 to 1982. I believe I have Volume 1 as well. But it has Diamond Head, Girls School, Raven, Vardis, Black Axe, Moore, and Sweet Savage. So this is put out by Maida Vale Records. And then I have some Tom Petty, Across the Borderline, rare TV and radio appearances, 1978 to 1994. I love Tom Petty. I know a lot of people are burnt out because of his early stuff. Yes, that I'm burnt out of it too. But I tell you what, his later stuff before he died, he was putting out some absolutely great albums. A lot of blues infused hard rock, stuff like that, and it was fantastic stuff. But and it got no recognition whatsoever. But anyway. This has a lot of early stuff. Won't Fold Again, Refugee, Facing the Crowd, a lot of good stuff. Put out by Bad Joker. And then we have some Queen, live in Boston in 1976 on the Verney label. This is mostly from A Night at the Opera album and other stuff as well, but good stuff. And then we have a whole bunch of Rush here. Rush, Ohio, 1975, live broadcast from the Agora Ballroom, Cleveland, Ohio, April 7th, 1975. Always keep the hype sticker. Then we have Rush live in St. Catharines, April 1974. This is on the Verney label. And we have Rush at the Agora Ballroom, Cleveland, Ohio, 1974, December 16th. I actually saw the first Rush lineup with John Rutsey, so I was fortunate enough to see the first drummer, and I also got to see Rush the following year after he left the band with Neil Peart, and a lot of this is with John Rutsey on it, and Neil Peart, but it was great, good stuff. Early Rush is my favorite. And we have more Rush. This is Timeless Wavelength. This came out in 2016, recorded in the Kiel Auditorium in St. Louis, Missouri. And then we have Rush, The Lady Gone Electric, New York City, 1974, Back on Black release. And I have Rush, The Spirit of the Airwaves, live, 1980, Missouri broadcast, radio broadcast, I should say. Also Back on Black. Back on Black does such a great job. Top quality, the vinyls sound fantastic. And we have some Vandergraaf Generator. After the Flood, the early sessions, November 67 to October 1970. Also, Bernie label. And we have some Uriah Heep at the Crystal Ball, a collection of early live performances and rare studio tracks, 71 to 74. On Atos. And we have some Wishbone Ash live at the BBC, 71 to 72, early stuff. And all these recordings, no matter if it's Atos, Verny, and their other label, I believe that's out of France, they're all sound very, very good. I don't think I've really heard a bad quality album from either of those labels. But yeah, another Verny label here. Getting down to the last couple here, guys. I think what I got 3 left. Then I have British Progressive Rock, BBC Live in Concert, 1973. It has Wild Turkey and Wolf. I do have a bunch of Wild Turkey. I don't have much early Wolf, though. So, and this is on Maida Vale. So that other BBC I showed you, New Wave, that is Maida Vale. So, also very good quality. And I have a couple of Van Halens. This is Van Halen Women and Children First Sessions. This sounds really good. Red vinyl. And this one was on, let's see, what label was this one on? Yellow Dog. Yellow Dog Records. I think that was the other label I was trying to think of. I do have a bunch on the Yellow Dog label. But red vinyl. And this one really sounds amazing. Van Halen Zero Demos. Basically the first album. Also on Yellow Dog. So yeah, I mean, this is great stuff. Early raw demos from Van Halen. I mean, this is really an exceptional special pressing. But anyway, guys. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that 2-parter of special pressings, and I want to say, if you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and leave a comment below, and hit the like button. That way it gets spread. People know that are following channels, and it gets spread on down through YouTube, especially to the heavy metal community. And I also want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas past year. I think, what was it, 2 days ago, and a Happy New Year and a prosperous one, and stay safe in the new year. And anyway, we'll see you next time. Take care, and keep it heavy, keep it loud, and keep it metal. We'll see you next time, everybody. Take care.